Okay, so today we are going to work on dividing a 4-digit dividend by a 1-digit divisor. So we've done our 2-digit, we've done our 3-digit, now it's 4-digit. Again, it's not really any harder than anything we've done before. It's just going to add another step. You're going to have to either divide, multiply, subtract, and bring it down one more time, or if you're doing box method, divide, multiply, subtract, and bring it up and over one more time. So if you'll notice for box, since we are doing 4 digits, we now have 4 boxes because there's a box for every digit in your dividend. Doesn't change for standard algorithm. So we're going to do this first one together. I'm going to show you, and then after that, I want you to get your pencil and paper, whatever you write with, and then pause it when I put the problem up. You work it out, and then play the video and see if you got it correct. So the first problem we are going to solve is 5,929 divided by 7. So the first thing I have to do is I have to list my multiples. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63. Okay, so I've listed my multiples. Now I am ready to, got my divide, multiply, subtract, and bring it down. Now I'm ready to start. So I want to know how many times can 7 go into 5? Well, we know that it can't. So when we've done that before, we've gone through the whole thing where we've put a 0. I'm going to show you a shortcut now. So instead of, we can only take one digit at a time unless there is going to be a 0. So 7 can go into 5 0 times. So now we're going to look at 59. If I were to multiply 7 times 0, it'd be 0, and 5 minus 0 is 5, and I'd bring my 9 down. I'm going to get 59, it just saves me a step. So now, how many times can 7 go into 59 without going over? Well, I'm going to see how close can I get. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63. 63 is too much, so I need to go back to 56. And that is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 8th multiple. So 7 can go into 59 8 times without going over. So I have just divided. Now I'm going to multiply. 8 times 7 is 56. When I subtract, 9 minus 6 is 3. 5 minus 5 is 0. Now I need to bring it down. Remember, I can only bring one number at a time. So I'm going to bring my 2 down. Now I have 32. I've got check marks in all of my columns, so I'm ready to start again. Now I want to know how many times can 7 go into 32 without going over. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. That's too much, so I need to jump back to 28. And that is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Notice as I'm doing this, I put the 4, I'm dealing with 32, so the 2 is the digit I'm looking at. My 4 has to go directly over it to keep my place value in line. When I multiply, 4 times 7 is 28. I'm going to subtract. I can't do 2 minus 8, so I'm going to borrow from my 3. Now I have 12 minus 8, which is 4. 2 minus 2 is 0. Now I look, do I have anything left to bring down? I do, I have a 9 to bring down. I've got check marks all the way across, so I'm ready to start again. How many times can 7 go into 9 without going over? Into 49, I'm sorry. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49. Well, that's right on the money. So 7 can go into 49, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. 7 times 7 is 49. 49 minus 49 is 0. I have nothing left to bring down, and that tells me that I need to look for a remainder. Well, if this is 0, that means I don't have a remainder. So I have figured out that 5,929 divided by 7 is 847. Remainder 0. So I can check myself with multiplication. Remember, you multiply your quotient times your divisor, and it should give you your dividend. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 4 is 28. 28 plus 4 is 32. 7 times 8 is 56. 56 plus 3 is 59. 5,929. We're going to come over and do it again box method, and we should get the same thing. My multiples, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63. I'm dividing by 7, so my divisor can come out here. Remember, each digit of my dividend needs to be written small. So I'm going to start with my 5. How many times can 7 go into 5? Well, I know that it can go in 0 times. 0 times 7 is 0. 5 minus 0 is 5. Now I'm going to circle my 5, and that's what I'm going to bring over for 59. Now I'm going to start all over. How many times can 7 go into 59 without going over? How close can I get? Oh, 63 is too much, so I need to go back. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 8 times. 8 times 7 is 56. Now I'm going to subtract. 9 minus 6 is 3. 5 minus 5 is 0. I'm going to bring my 3 over. So now I have 32. I have check marks all the way across since I've brought that over, so I'm ready to start again. How close can I get to 32 without going over? 35 is too much, so I need to jump back to 28, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So 7 can go into 32 4 times without going over. 4 times 7 is 28. When I subtract, I can't do 2 minus 8, so I borrow. 12 minus 8 is 4. 2 minus 2 is 0. Now I still have somewhere to bring my 4 over to. I have check marks all the way across, so I'm ready to start over. I'm looking for 49 or as close as I can get. I know that I can get exactly 49, and that is 7 times. So 7 can go into 49 7 times. 7 times 7 is 49. 49 minus 49 is 0. I have nothing left to bring over, and I have 0, so I have nothing to bring up. So my quotient is 847. For the next problem, if you need to pause this to look at it, that's okay. Then I'm going to erase. For the next problem, you choose. Are you going to do standard algorithm, or are you going to do box? Whichever one you do, try and stick with it. When you go back and forth between two, it gives you more opportunities to make silly mistakes. So whichever one, if you are a standard algorithm, try and stay with standard algorithm. If you are box method, try and stay with box method. The next problem we're going to do is 4,090 divided by 6. So go ahead and pause the video, work this problem out. When you are finished working it out, you can play and watch me go through them. We have our box. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to list our multiples of 6. I'm going to start out box method this time. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54. That goes up to my 9th multiple. So now I want to know, how many times can 6 go into 4? Well, if I look here, 6 is already too much. So 6 can go into 4 0 times. 0 times 6 is 0. 4 minus 0 is 4. Now I have the 4 to bring over. So now I'm ready to start again with 40. So now I want to see how close can I go to 40 without going over. Oh, 42 is too much, so I need to jump back one. 36, that works. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 can go into 40 6 times. Now I'm going to multiply. 6 times 6 is 36. When I subtract, I can't do 0 minus 6, so I need to borrow. 10 minus 6 is 4. That leaves me 3 minus 3, which is 0. Now I'm going to bring it over. Now I have 49. I'm ready to start again. How close can I get to 49 without going over? Let's see. 48, that's super close. 54, that's too much. So I need to jump back to 48. And 6, it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 groups of 6 to give me 48. So 6 can go into 49 at least 8 times. 8 times 6 is 48. When I subtract those, I get 1, which means I can bring my 1 over to make 10. Now I'm ready to start again. How many times can 6 go into 10 without going over? 6, 12, that's too much. Have to jump back. So we can go into 10 one time. I'm going to start with my check marks on top. 1 times 6 is 6. 10 minus 6 is 4. I have nowhere to take that. I can't bring it over anymore. And I can't, it takes 6 to make it a complete group, and I only have 4, I can't make a complete group. So that means my 4 needs to come up and be my remainder. So when I have just worked out 4,090 divided by 6, I have gotten 681 remainder 4. I'm going to check myself with multiplication. Remember, if you have a remainder, the way you check yourself is you multiply the whole part of your quotient by the divisor. So 681 times 6. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 6 is 36. Plus 4 is 40. So I got 4,086 plus my remainder is 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. 1 plus 8 is 9. 0 and 4. 4,090 is what I got. And that is what my original dividend was. We're going to try it over here, standard algorithm. I'm going to list my multiples. Okay. 6 can go into 4. 6 can go into 4 0 times. We figured that out. So we're going to do our standard algorithm shortcut, and we're going to look at 40. How many times can 6 go into 40? Let's see. 42 is too much. I need to jump back to 36, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So there's my divide. Now I'm going to multiply. 6 times 6 is 36. When I subtract those, I can't do 0 minus 6, so I need to borrow. 10 minus 6 is 4. 3 minus 3 is 0. So I've subtracted. Now I can only bring down one number at a time. So I'm going to bring down my 9. Now I have 49. I've got check marks all the way across, so I am ready to start again. How many times can 6 go into 49 without going over? 1. Let's see. We can get, how close can we get? 48 is awful close. 54 is too many, so I need to jump back to 48. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. 8 times 6 is 48. When I subtract those, I get 1. And the only thing I have left to bring down is my 0. So now I have 10. I have check marks all the way across. I'm ready to start again. 6 can go into 10. Let's see. Definitely 1 time. 2's too many. We don't have 12. We only have 10. So we need to jump back to 6. And that is 1 time. 1 times 6 is 6. 10 minus 6 is 4. I have nothing left to bring down, which means I need to look for a remainder. I have one down here. My remainder is 4. 4,090 divided by 6 equals 681, remainder 4. We got the same answer, standard algorithm and box. Doesn't matter which one you do as long as you know what you're doing. If you need to pause this, to look at the work and check yourself, go for it. And then I am going to get our last problem going. So the last 4-digit dividend divided by 1-digit divisor that we are going to look at today is 8,274 divided by 4. So go ahead and pause, work that out, either standard or box, and then play to check yourself through. So we have 8,274 divided by 4. I need to list my multiples. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. Remember, you go to your 9th multiple. Now I'm going to divide. How many times can 4 go into 8? Well, 8's an exact multiple. So I know 4 can go into 8 exactly 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. Now I have to bring down my 2. I've got check marks all the way across, so I'm ready to start. This is where it gets a little tricky. So now I want to know, how many times can 4 go into 2? Well, 4's too many. So 4 can go into 2 0 times. It is very, very, very important that you put that 0 there. Otherwise, your place value is going to be messed up and your answer is not going to be correct. So we've got 4 can go into 2 0 times. So we could shortcut or we could work it out. We're going to go ahead and just work it out. 4 times 0 is 0. We know 1 0 times 4 times 0 is 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. And I can bring down 1 at a time, so I'm going to bring down my 7. Now I want to know, how many times can 4 go into 27? Let's see how close we can get. Oh, 28's too many, so I need to go back to 24. And 4 goes into 24 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. 6 times 4 is 24. When I subtract those, 7 minus 4 is 3. 2 minus 2 is 0. So now I have a 3. I've got 1 left to bring down, which is my 4. 34. I have check marks all the way across, so I'm ready to start over. 4 can go into 34. Let's see how close we can get to 34 without going over. Oh, 32, we're getting close. 36 is too much, so I need to go back to 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 can go into 34 8 times without going over. 8 times 4 is 32. When I subtract those, I get 2. I have nothing left to bring down. So when I put an X in my bring down, it tells me to look for my remainder. I do have a remainder, so I'm going to bring it up. Remainder 2. So I have gotten 8,274 divided by 4. I have found that it's 2,068 remainder 2. I'm going to multiply to check myself. So remember, when you multiply, if you have a remainder, you do the whole part of the quotient times the divisor. So 2,000, I'm going to do it in a different color so it doesn't blend in. So we're going to do 2,068 times 4. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 6 is 24. 24 plus 3 is 27. 4 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 2 is 2. 4 times 2 is 8. So we got 8,274 plus we need to add on that remainder. And we got 8,274, which is our original dividend. We're going to do it with box in case you did yours box method. $8,274 divided by 4. The first thing we do is we list our multiples. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. How many times can 4 go into 8? Well, I can come over here in my multiples and see that's an exact match. So 4 can go into 8 exactly 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. We know 8 minus 8 is 0. I can bring my 0 over, but it's not going to change anything if I put it in front. So I'm not going to. If I did, I mean, it's still just going to be 2. That value doesn't change. So now I'm going to start over. How many times can 4 go into 2? Well, we know that if the smallest group, if one group of 4 has 4 in it, we only have 2, we can't make a group. So 4 can go into 2 0 times. Again, it's very, very, very important that you put that 0. If you were to leave that out and then smush them together, you would go from having an answer in the thousands to an answer in the hundreds, and that's not correct. So it can go in 0 times. 0 times 4 is 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. Now I have something to bring over, and I'm dealing with 27. 4 can go into 27. Let's see. Oh, 28, that's too much. So I need to go back to 26. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. 6 times 4 is 24. When I subtract those, 7 minus 4 is 3. 2 minus 2 is 0, so I don't need to do anything. I have somewhere left to take it for bring over. So now I'm dealing with 34. How close can I get to 34 without going over? 32 is close, 36 is too much, so I need to jump back. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. So 4 can go into 34 8 times without going over. 8 times 4 is 32. When I subtract those, 4 minus 2 is 2. 3 minus 3 is 0. I have nowhere left to take this, which means I need to bring it up and make it my remainder. Once again, we got 2,068, remainder 2.